Andrew, do you know who Chase Young is?
Yeah, of course.
No. My point is, I don't either.
Before I said that Cade Cunningham would never be an All-Star, and I just wanted to double down on that.
Oh,
I just
We're back
What's going
with
on with
another.
Mike's video?
I know.
Live episode 30. Some NBA, some WNBA, some NFL, some Copa America. Because I know Tesla Mays wants to talk about that. I definitely know that. And maybe an unexpected visitor. Let's go. What's up, JAMM Squad? I'm MK. I'm your host. I'm here with John M83 and Tesla Mace. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up, guys?
Not much. We're gonna excuse Uncle Drew tonight. Drewski's got some stuff going on out east or Midwest. Is that Midwest? That's Midwest, right?
Yeah, I hope
Chicago?
everything's okay. I just saw a report that they're having like a land cane or something out there. It's like a Category 1 hurricane, but with land.
Way.
Yeah,
it is the Windy City.
All the sirens are going off. There's like 10 tornadoes. I'm like, I hope he's
What in
good.
the world?
Yeah.
Has anybody
crazy
heard
time,
from
right?
him? Has anybody heard from him?
No, I sent him a text just to check, but he might still be flying. So
All right. If you hear back when we're live, like let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
To take up this extra black space here or here somewhere out here, I'm gonna bring in somebody in a second. Dude, what's up with the Copa America?
let's go.
Hey!
Let's go. I have my jersey. I should have worn it. We handle business, man. Lionel Messi, the GOAT, got hurt. You guys see his ankle swell up? That thing was like a tree trunk, and poor guy gave it his all. I've seen a lot of replays today from a different angle, and I mean, basically, just completely turned the right ankle right before the half. Came out in the second half. It also kind of sucks. So because of the Shakira performance, halftime was normally 15 minutes. They delayed it for 25 minutes, and so it kind of threw a wrench in all the. I mean, they knew about it, but you give an ankle an extra 10 minutes to swell up, not good. And I mean, he came out in the second half, started playing, and was just running, and it just gave out on him, man. And poor guy was on the side crying, and he wanted to be out there with his guys, but they stepped up for him as soon as that goal was scored in extra stoppage time, or extra time, second extra time. They all went up to him, and I mean, you could just see the emotion, man. I mean, it was a beautiful thing to watch. I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for him, and it's if he's done, it was a great way to go out with the younger guys, picking up the slack for him and proving that he is the leader that he is. If he's still got some left in the tank, I'd love to have him out there. I almost think he's at the point in his career where he should probably just come in as a sub, right? Come in the 60th, 70th minute, give your team the final 30 minutes, and he's still a difference maker. I mean, he's still got quality. It's not what it once was, but I mean, he could still benefit from maybe coming in like the 60th, 70th minute. So I'm hoping he's got one more World Cup in him. maybe a chance for the four-peat.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm so happy for him. I'm so people forget. So this is Copa America, World Cup, Copa America, championship. But prior to that, it was Copa America loss in the finals, World Cup loss in the finals, Copa America loss in the finals. So he went from being, going to three straight finals, not winning any of them, to go into three straight finals and winning all three. So um, happy for him. Happy for Di Maria. They did a big tribute to him. They're good buds, man. When they, I don't know if you watched the post game ceremony, but they're having Argentina lift the trophy. They called Messi over to lift it up. He said, "No, let me get two of my bros with me." He got Nicolas Otamendi, who he's played with for years, and Angel Di Maria. Come on over, and all three of them lifted it up together, and it was just really cool to see, man. It goes beyond just playing soccer, and it's friendship and it's bonds, and that's what it's about. It's really cool to see a nation like that be able to be triumphant.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I know you were excited for sure. I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
be
was going nuts, yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. 2 a.m. rolls around very quickly, and so I was out
I
after halftime.
figured
I was
so.
like, "Oh my gosh, I won't be able to keep my eyes open." I'm like, "This is nuts." John, did you catch any of that?
No, I didn't. I was
It was
banking
just
on
Drew,
Tesla
huh?
Mace to keep us up. Yeah, keep us going and Drew. So
Oh man, this is when we need
Yeah.
Drew. This is definitely when we need Drew. Uh,
Well, the game
my
was delayed. I mean, 75 minutes because of all the chaos that ensued at the stadium too. I'm sure you guys heard reports on that, and I mean that's just
that's
a bunch of
crazy.
fans jumping over. I mean, this is Miami Dolphins Stadium. Like, I don't understand how this happened. Um, they've hosted Super Bowls, they've hosted national championship games. Why can't we figure out, security? I don't know. I heard there were people that paid $2,000 a ticket, couldn't even get in to see the game when all was said and done. I mean, just
That's
a complete
crazy.
fiasco. Yeah.
I I feel like the soccer fans are just a whole different breed, though. Especially world soccer fans, right?
They
Just a
are.
completely different breed.
They are, and I mean, it's in their countries, right? There's barbed wires on the top of these fields, right, for a reason. Like I get it, but at the same time, like we're hosting it here in America. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
we know we've never experienced anything like this, but like to some extent, like this falls on us. Like, hey, where's our security? Like,
Yep.
I heard it got to the point where it was like 30 minutes before the game started, and there wasn't even a fan. They finally got everyone out and they hadn't even let anyone in. And there were players on Argentina's locker room. Three of them actually left the locker room to go and get their families because they wouldn't even let their families in.
Oh my
So here these
gosh,
guys are
that's
30 minutes from
terrible.
starting a game, a championship game, and they're not even with their team. They're worried about their families and how do you bring them in, and just ugly. I mean, total disarray. It really was disappointing that our country couldn't get that figured out. And I mean, like I said, they've hosted other events. Like, this isn't the first go around for, Hard Rock Stadium. So, and I know it was a different breed, of maybe clientele, of customers, of whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, like that can't happen. It just
Right.
can't.
Do you feel like it's set a precedence for us even hosting another Copa America?
So it may have. I mean, we're scheduled right now to host the next World Cup, right? So we
Yep.
got 2 years.
Oof.
So okay, there's a little
True.
bit of here's a little bit of background on it though, right? So this is a South American Cup.
Hmm.
Okay, so CONMEBOL is a South American Cup, and North America, which is Mexico, Canada, Jamaica, they're in a completely different organization. And then UEFA, which is Europe, has their own organization. So 8 years ago, when this was played here, basically CONMEBOL said to North America, "Hey, you're hosting it. You guys are in charge. Run with it." And they did, and it was a good cup. The problem was the stands weren't completely full, and they didn't make enough profit. And so CONMEBOL basically said, "Hey, we're using America, but we're in charge of this bad boy."
Gotcha.
And so they, just for profit, they wanted to maximize profits. And so that's why there were issues with these fields. So they said CONMEBOL was like, hey, we only play on grass. We will not allow our players to play on turf. And you had stadiums that are normally turf installing grass 3 days before, and then the players are complaining that the grass isn't a good build, so it's not good to run on, things like that. And these are so there was just a lot of disarray. I think as a country we need to say, look, if we're hosting this thing, we're in charge.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we'll give us some rules and guidelines, but at the end of the day, like put it on us, let us do it. And CONMEBOL just wanted all the profits, right? And so it's just a mixture of a lot of kind of stuff going on, but it's frustrating, because you have players all across. I mean, the game before you had players in the stands, or when Uruguay lost the third place game versus Canada, not Canada. It was the previous game when they lost to Colombia. They're running into the stands after the game, fighting fans to try and protect their family. Like, that's just not okay.
Shit.
Like it's I get it. I get the passion. I get it. Like, I lived in Argentina for a couple years. I know how passionate this game is for them. I understand it, right? Um, but we're in America. You cannot let that happen. Like, this has happened before, but not in America. And so it's just frustrating. It's a little. It took away from what the game was and what it represented. I mean, and in all honesty, if something like this happened in football, basketball, the game's canceled, right?
Yep.
They're not even going through with it.
Definitely.
But because it was CONMEBOL, I'm sure there was talks that, hey, look, we gotta just cancel this thing, and CONMEBOL was probably like, no, kick everyone out, and then let everyone back in. And I heard it got to the point where they were letting people in, not even checking security, because they wanted
crazy.
fans in the stands. And it's like, so now something worse could have potentially happened to one of these players or family. Like, it's just bad, all around. But again, I'm glad Argentina got the win. I'm happy that they got the championship. It was well deserved. I think on the field it was a decent enough game. But just so happy for Argentina. But disappointed in kind of how the whole thing was ran. And like you said, with the World Cup in 2 years, I don't see these issues. But it's a big eye opener, and I know people are already calling for, hey, don't let America host any more tournaments. So I think it's a little bit of an overreaction, but it's bad. It's not a good look. I'll tell you that.
Uh, there is there's somebody that's very deep in the soccer community. Um, you know, would consider a soccer guru, I guess. I guess you could say. Very informative. And that is little bro.
Hey.
What's up,
Just
little
kidding.
bro?
Hey, what's going
He
on,
doesn't
man?
know anything about soccer. Don't ask him anything about
No,
soccer.
ask me about the fights.
um, I had texted out earlier for whatever reason my slides aren't processing, and so we're gonna have to do this the old fashioned way, like how we used to. I had texted out Bronny's stat line from like 2 nights ago. Then it looked like my stat line from a Thursday night pickup with y'all. And what was he, like 3 for 18 or something like that? 0 for 8 from 3-pointers. And then he had like 5 boards, 5 assists or something like that. Something weird, 3 steals, 2 blocks or something like that. And I'm like, man, can I get a 4-year contract? Or something even close? Give me like a 2-year. 10-day. Give me a 10-day. I'll be fine.
They'll give you that 10-day though, because they haven't seen your shot, man. So they'll give you that 10-day. That's for sure.
Give me that 10-day. I'll be good with that. Let me pull up some of these picks so I can figure out exactly where I'm going with all this. What do we got?
John, did you see
Man.
that message I sent you yesterday about Bronny at any point in the season? So there's a betting website. I don't know if it's FanDuel or whatever, where you could take, will Bronny score 25 points in any game during the entire season?
Wow.
And
Any game?
the odds for yes are plus 3,000.
But
you put
here's
down
my
$100, you're winning $3,000. I feel
but
like
here
you have to take this, right?
but
Like,
here's my question though. Here's my question. What about if it's G League? Does that still count?
no, I think it's got to be NBA. I'd imagine.
But
Mhm,
that's where I think I'm nervous because I
Is,
don't want
one,
to
is
put
he
that
gonna
money
get
down
in?
and then yeah, exactly.
I mean, 82 games, man. With the
Okay,
with him putting up 18 shots in this preseason game, that leads me to believe that
But how
he's
many
gonna.
points did he get? He got
I
7 points on
agree.
18
he
I
shots.
had
Like
agree, but
two. He
like,
got
he needs
2 points.
95 shots.
but you keep putting up 18 shots a game, like you're bound to get some fouls in there. You're gonna get a little heater. Maybe he goes 9 for 18, even 50%. Like he's up to 18, maybe fixing a couple threes. You're up to 20, 5 free throw. Like to me, it's worth $100 to win 3,000 on a guy who's got 82 chances to do it, and with his dad on the court saying, hey, I'm gonna give him the rock.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
That sounds like a Vegas bet. Somebody
There's
needs to go
3
to
minutes.
Vegas and put that in.
There's 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter with the Lakers Celtic game right now, right? The summer league game. Bronny is 1 for 5. He's 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. 3 boards, 1 assist, 2 fouls. He's got
It's
2
not
points.
going to get better in
2
the
points
pros.
in
It
21
won't.
minutes.
Here's
It
the
won't get
thing,
better,
man. Would you rather throw $100 on number Black 13 or $100 on
Yes.
82 chances for the? He said yes.
Black 13. Actually, if you're giving me the color, it'll be Black 22 is what I'm going to throw $100 on. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah.
Oh,
A
I
better
don't know.
chance of winning the
I think it's
lottery.
worth that, but
There's a big chance LeBron has his belt out already.
oh man, it's unfortunate that he's proven all the critics right. I mean, he shouldn't be there, man. He just shouldn't be there. I feel bad for the kid. He should be at USC. He should be developing still at USC, to be honest with you.
I agree. One and done for
Um,
him didn't work out. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
You know who else didn't see the Lakers as a contender? I mean, would you guys consider the Lakers as a contender?
No.
Me neither. And I'm a Laker fan. There's no way they're contending.
Well, you
And
can't see
neither
my
did
Clippers
DeMar.
shirt, but it's there. So the Clippers
Neither
shirt's
did
on.
DeMar DeRozan. He did not see the Lakers as a contender, and that's why he made the choice to join Sacramento.
Hey, you
right
guys see the
after,
video of Klay Thompson today?
Mm-mm.
No, I missed it. What happened?
He went to like an open gym and was getting beat up by like just some randoms, and they're like, "Oh, poor Mavericks! They just wasted all this money on a guy who can't even create space in the YMCA." Or
But I guess
Wow.
just to comment on that though, it kills me because didn't he tear his ACL just messing around at some point in
Right.
time playing? He needs to
Yeah.
stop. Someone needs to put some
Yeah.
bubble wrap around him until the season starts.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I feel a little bit of what he's possibly thinking. Like you guys have never seen me go 100% in the game. You guys talk about it all the time. I've never seen Mike super aggressive. And in a pickup game during church ball, you probably won't see that. Like I know I can beat this guy off the dribble. I'm not trying to prove anything. No, I'm just trying to run. I'm trying to get cardio. I want everybody else to have fun. Right. So I'll make the extra pass. I'm not as much of a ball hog. And I won't jump on my teammates for making the wrong play. Right. Like if I'm making the cut and I'm open for the layup, you better feed that ball. Right. And same thing. I'm expected to do the exact same thing when you guys are cutting. Like I'm going to get you the ball. I mean, you guys made the good screen, made the good roll, have the open lane. Like that's just the right play.
Yep.
Is Klay actually trying to do something at the YMCA, or is he just, I just want to put up some shots?
True. That's a good point.
Like, is he trying to actually create space when he's playing against these?
But you're
YMCA
talking
guys?
about an NBA. 2
Yep.
years, 3 years removed from an all-star player. I mean, like even at half speed, he should be able to pull up to a YMCA and be significantly better than than
well,
everyone.
Oh.
Yes, I mean,
Well,
I'll agree
Yeah.
with that.
here's the
Yeah.
thing, and if he's not, then he should be practicing at the facility that allows him
true.
to practice. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
put so this now I put my owner's hat on. I don't want to put any of my players out messing around wherever, and then the video comes out that some randoms are crushing them. No, I don't want none of that. None of that
No.
smoke. I don't want none of it.
And
So
and you know
I'd
those
rather.
YMCA guys are going to the max of
Oh
their
yeah,
They're going all out.
yeah, they're
I'm
going
sure there was a
all out.
lot of deleted footage for the few times he did get D'd up, right? I
Oh,
mean,
definitely.
we're only
Oh,
Oh
seeing
yeah,
the
we're cutting
small
that.
clip.
We're cutting that.
Those YMCA guys are going to try to show up a pro.
Yep,
Right.
for sure.
True.
So,
For
yeah.
sure.
So, little bro, have you ever seen your brother go hard? Because I'm really curious. I've never seen it. I want to see Mike like get mad. I want to see what he does going to
When he gets
Mike zone. I'm like, Mike. He's
when
never
he
there.
gets real mad, you could tell because he'll ball up. Like
Okay.
he'll shoot for me, I'm not tall as my brother. I'm small. So like with the impossible shots that I cannot do, like he makes them like nothing. Like it makes me mad. I hate playing with him, and he's not going 100%.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to jump to block me.
It's yeah, I have to be in that mindset. Like I said, if we're in the league, dude, like I'm in a completely different mindset. I'm in a completely different mode. If we're playing pickup ball and I know for a fact I could score all 21 points on the one guy that's guarding me right now, I'm gonna work on my jump shot. I'll try to get, how else can I create space? How else can I fix my jump shot? Which is probably one of the reasons why every now and then I go 3 for 18 because I'm like I'm just shooting from the outside or you know um yeah, I don't know. It's just when I get into that mode, I don't feel like I'm having fun. I'm like I know Ray would love it.
Yeah.
Dude, you got the mismatch, just keep going.
If I said me too, would you guys believe it that I never go hard or?
Probably, yeah.
No, where I would step it up is on defense. I feel I honestly like take
Same.
pride in my defense, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get beat. And if I do, I'm recovering. I'm not gonna get beat a second time, right? And on Thursdays, I'm just like, yeah, you know what, switch off. Like I'm fighting through screens. You know what I mean? Like if it like there's times even with Andrew where he starts going all Wimby or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I just need to shut this guy up. Like you are not going around me, and he'll have to knee me in the gut in order to get through me, and
Just a typical Thursday, huh?
He's
Just a typical
not
That-
Thursday.
here to defend
just-
himself with the knee.
dude, that was so awkward. I'm telling you, I still woke up in the middle of the night a couple nights ago with the nightmare like of his knee.
Oh my gosh, that was too much.
Well, just know
The knee.
that I found a couple extra players, and these guys are really good. So I kind of filled out our
Yes.
bench already. So and they're already
Let's
they're just waiting.
go.
They just told me they're waiting. So
I
we'd
think
be
we
in good
got
shape.
tomorrow if we want to go tomorrow. I don't know. I think it's our building tomorrow night. Are you
Tuesday?
available tomorrow night, Mike,
No.
or no?
I mean, I'll ball whenever, whether I work or not. So, are we tomorrow?
I think
thought
we're
we were
Tuesday.
Thursdays.
I
we
think we're
Tuesdays now?
Tuesdays, but yeah, I think we're Tuesdays from now on. But
Yeah, because nothing was official on the Switch, so I think we're Tuesdays.
Why did
I
we
think-
ball Thursday last week?
they
Uh,
didn't use the building.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
We
Okay.
didn't go
so-
Tuesday because it was Karen's birthday on Tuesday, so that's why we didn't go. But that was our night. Is basically Tuesday. So
Gotcha. Okay. So
I'll be in
here's my
there in
question.
spirit.
You'll be there
we
in
appreciate
spirit?
that.
I'll be there in spirit.
no, we need you to come down.
Yeah. Each of you get one shot. You get one shot. You get a layup for 50,000, a free throw for 100,000, top of the key for 500,000, a wing 3-pointer for 750K, or a corner 3 for $1 million. What are you taking?
Is
What am
this
I
with or
taking, or
without
what am
more
I-
money shots?
Yeah, you get one shot. That's it.
What am I
What are you
hitting?
taking? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Free
What am I
throw.
taking? What am I hitting?
Free throw.
I'll shoot that million, that's for sure.
I'll shoot the. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I'm
I'm
shooting.
gonna take the wing. I'm gonna take the wing 3-pointer.
I can see you
Yeah.
taking the wing.
Yeah.
I can see you taking the wing. I'm shocked. Well, no, because most of yours is off the wing.
Yeah.
You take
Corner
that. You
corner
take that
for
freaking
for a
screen off the
million.
top.
I mean, I don't know. I'd be happy with 750 or 700, whatever that was.
750.
Oh, yeah.
John, what are you taking?
I'll take a free throw.
Taking the free throw for
Make
100.
it simple. Yep.
Yay!
I can make free throws all day.
Atta baby.
1 foot away from the free throw, I'm off.
100K, 100K. I don't know. I might have to go for the corner three, which is funny because
I don't
maybe
think I
I'll
ever
go
see
wing.
you shoot a quarter three.
I only do in game. When we
Yeah.
do those freaking 3-point competitions, like I cannot for the life of me dial in the corner 3-pointer. But if I'm guarded or we're in game, I'll shoot them.
But you
I'll
know who's
shoot
gonna
'em.
hit that? 100%? Ray.
Yeah.
That corner
That's
corner
the
three.
spot right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he would.
That's the Ray zone.
So I don't think we covered it last week, but Kawhi Leonard backed out of Team USA, right? And I know you guys have your feelings against Kawhi. Grant Hill came out publicly and said that personally speaking, I know that what it's like to want to do something and your body's just not right. I've lived that personally. And so I applaud Kawhi for coming here and being willing to sacrifice, give up his summer and represent our country. Ultimately, it didn't work out. Like, do you feel? I know it's tough. I know it's tough for you guys because he's like constantly out.
Well,
yeah,
I
this isn't a
applaud.
surprise. I mean, go ahead, John.
No, I applaud Kawhi as well. He went there and he got a free jersey and a free photo shoot. So I applaud him too because I'm sure somehow he made money doing that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm torn at understanding the dialogue here because like there's some stories that make it seem like Kawhi bowed
Right.
out. There's some stories that make it seem like Team USA was like, "No, we kind of don't want you because we need you to actually play." So I don't really know what to believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a little stuck there.
Yeah, I mean, from a business perspective, Kawhi played this thing right,
Yep.
but I mean, he's been doing that for the last 5 years, just taking money from us. So
Yep.
The fact that he committed when he was injured with the Clippers just makes no sense to me in the first place. Like it's okay to say you want to play, but to actually like commit when you're not even playing in the playoffs, man, like come on, I'm done with it. I'm just like prove it. Stop the talking. The fact that USA got him on the roster, maybe it was an ego thing. Hey, I'm still one of the top 12 guys in the league. I heard KD may come out that he hasn't been practicing or something like that, and they were talking about potential replacements for KD. I am a little surprised that they got Derek White over Jaylen Brown. Yeah, I mean, I don't get that. I don't think Derek White's top 12 in the league.
No,
But who are the shooting guards in there right now? Or
I mean, you got Steph, obviously, right? And then you got, I don't know, Tatum, I guess, would play shooting guard, right? Would he be small forward?
I think you can rotate some of those guys too and put them in, different positions as well. So, I mean, to me, I think the roster is kind of like, how do you want it, right? You can play really, really big. You can make it small if you wanted to. It just depends on how you want it. So, yeah, I think that's a head scratcher. And I think that's a great call out because I'd say the same thing.
oh, definitely.
Whether it's White or Brown or somebody else, but I mean, like White, I just scratched my head there because are you looking for defense? And it's not like he's putting up a double a game. So, there are some games where he did really well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking nothing away from him. That kid deserved his extension, right? Wholeheartedly. But I don't think he's.
But do you
how do you
take
not take the
representative
finals
of the team.
MVP?
the
How do you not
finals
take the finals
MVP, the Eastern
Agreed.
Conference Finals
Right.
MVP?
Well, Did you hear? I heard something that Nike has something to do with this, and
Oh,
because
really?
Jalen Brown pushed Nike away, Nike said, "Do not bring him on the team," because
Oh,
Nike's
okay.
represented. So I don't know if that's true. Obviously, you hear a
At
bunch of
least that
stuff, you're
makes
not
a little
sure.
more sense. Yeah.
Correct, but it's still a head
Or
scratcher.
maybe they just needed a 12th man to sit on the bench on the roster, and Jalen Brown was above him, right?
Yeah,
And you're
maybe.
not gonna watch your
Good point.
teammate and Jason Tatum go out there and potentially start, or So maybe they're like, hey, let's just get a guy to fill in the seat. I don't know, but I did hear an interesting thing. Like I said, so I heard KD may come out, so he may not play. I guess he hasn't been shown up to a couple practices or something. And they said I was listening to this radio station today, and they said, what do you think about them bringing in Cooper Flag to come in and play?
What did he say?
Yeah. I mean, what great experience for a 17-year-old, right? They said, who was it? Someone else did it. Oh, Christian Leitner years ago,
Leitner.
Yeah.
Yep.
right? They brought him, and yeah,
From the
he wasn't a
original
star in
Dream
the NBA,
Team.
but they brought him, and they said, look, let's bring in Christian Leitner. He'll fill out the bench. If we're up by 30 points, put the guy in, let him get some experience, right? And who knows, potentially, I don't know. I thought it was a cool.
Why
But he's
not?
been, but
He's
he's been,
already been cooking
yeah,
Team
there you go.
And that's the
USA.
other
Yep,
thing,
he's been
yeah,
balling against them. Yeah,
right.
he has been
Yeah.
making stuff
Straight,
happen.
I
straight
think that'd be
cooking
great.
them. I think it would be a
And
great
and
opportunity
he's
for him.
big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He's got size. I mean, the kid's got swag. There's no doubt. Like you watch
Yeah.
the highlights of him taking on, Drew Holiday
Yep.
on a full court press.
Yep.
Anthony Davis taking him on a step back, taking him to the rack, getting rebounds, put back dunks. I'm like, this
He's got
kid can ball.
good
Yeah.
hesitation move. He did a spin move on AD, and I was like, man, and it's just great footwork. Great awareness of the court. I think with these young players, you kind of worry about that. You think, how can I drain the farthest three or some weird tap dance shot? But he's just got a great awareness of where his teammates are and where the basket is. So, man, that would be awesome.
What I
agree.
think he's having a realization is because he's still in high school,
Yep.
right?
Right.
He's
Right.
still playing on a high school court. And now he's getting on this
True.
practice court on an NBA or
Yeah.
even college basketball court that's bigger, wider. Dude, I got more space. I got more space and younger legs. Yeah, let's go.
Now is the Olympic court though the same 3-point line, the same as NBA? I didn't think
I
I thought
don't
Europe
know.
I thought FIBA and European ball was a little bit like I didn't think it was what is it?
I think it is a
20
little bit
26
different.
feet or something.
Yeah, I don't know the exact dimensions on it, but I know it is different.
I know above the rim, right? They could dunk the ball. So you basically take offensive goaltending out of the equation, right? And I know that's always been hard for a lot of, the NBA players to adapt to because they're so used to letting that ball go.
Last week, the NBA had agreed to terms on a new media deal or on new media deals with a record 11-year agreements worth $76 billion. Billion with a B. That is wild. So you can guarantee that you're going to see these players' salaries just continue to rise with that much money floating around. That is insane. Honestly, I honestly think it's only going to help the WNBA. I mean, I've so far I've enjoyed watching Caitlin Clark highlights, because I've out of everybody in the WNBA that I've watched, I feel like her vision is just beyond everybody else's, and that she'll make the pass when she sees it open. I've seen a lot of players like force certain passes, but I think that type of stardom, now that they're signing media deals, all of a sudden now they're getting chartered flights to games, that's just going to continue to roll. The NBA agreeing to this $76 billion deal is mind-boggling. When I read that story, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money.
See, I think that's. I'll be honest. I think that's too much. I think was it NBC that paid it. I don't. You look at viewership of the NBA is down. right? Yes, the WNBA is coming up, but it's still losing money at this point.
Right.
Um, I I would be very leery for whoever bid that. I mean, it's not the NFL where you're adding an extra week.
Yeah.
I mean, and remember in the NFL, the owners really own, right?
Right.
Where the NBA is more of a players league, right? So that CBA could get together and make changes all of a sudden or go on a strike and not want to play, and you got a $76 billion invested in this. Like, that's a lot of money. Like if I have that money, I'm not investing in the NBA, right? Like I'm not.
No.
I would look for NFL.
NFL,
I'd look for
hands down.
yeah, no doubt. But the NBA, to me, that's just insane. That's an insane price.
Definitely. Speaking of the NFL, like that segue.
Getting
No.
closer.
All right, getting closer. It is getting closer. It's getting way closer. You guys want to guess the last time each team started a rookie quarterback? Who was for your team? Let's say obviously Niners. When was the last year you guys started a rookie quarterback?
2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 years ago. Okay. Bro, what about the Raiders?
Ooh, I don't know about the Raiders. Come on now.
Last year, 2023.
Yeah.
Last year, we had a
Your
rookie
quarterback
quarterback.
of the future.
Aiden
Okay.
O'Connell.
Okay. Let's talk about the Bills. What was the last rookie
Josh
quarterback for
Allen,
the Bills?
right?
Josh Allen. What year was that?
18, 19?
18.
19?
18.
Okay.
2018. You guys are good. What about Chiefs?
It was
Last
not.
rookie
It was
quarterback.
not Mahomes.
Wasn't Smith.
No.
Who was before that?
Who's the backup?
Did Mahomes not start a game?
I don't think so.
It's not for the year. I'm pretty sure he started one game. That was in
I don't think he
2017.
did he?
Was
I
it
thought he
was it
sat out for a couple years.
was it him? There was somebody that started in 2017. Rams 2016.
Goff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now here's the last
Green Bay. Green Bay's the
three
last.
teams.
Green Bay's got to be the longest.
Okay. We'll get to Green Bay, and you're right. Green Bay it has been the longest. Tampa Bay 2015. You guys remember who the quarterback was then? Because
Was
I
it
don't.
Freeman.
Yeah, Josh Freeman.
Josh Freeman.
Oh, probably. That sounds about right.
Because they drafted him.
Seahawks.
Russell Wilson would be.
Russell
the-
Wilson 2012. Okay. And then Green Bay. Guess the year.
94.
So
10.
number 2, let's keep in mind number 2 was at 2012.
2012.
So at number 1,
04.
John, you said what now?
That's a 2010.
2010.
2006.
2006. Okay.
8.
No, I think it's longer.
How much longer?
Whenever Favre started. And then Favre was a rookie.
I don't remember. I don't remember if he started for Green Bay as a rookie or if he sat. What year? What year are you guessing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I say 90s.
90s?
96.
96. All
I
right.
don't know.
Green Bay Packers. The last time they started a rookie quarterback was in 1987.
Wow.
Dang.
1987. Dude, there's such a wide gap between Green Bay and everybody else. And
was
when
the
I say
quarterback?
everybody else, go ahead. What?
Who was the quarterback?
I don't remember. All right, I don't know. The graphic doesn't show me. I wish the graphics would have uploaded here. That would have
Yeah,
been.
here's the other end of that is I mean, they've only during that span they've only had 4 quarterbacks or 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, they just, I mean, think about that. Like they had a Favre for so many years and they just transitioned right to Aaron Rodgers. Like, no big deal.
Mhm.
You know.
Just to give reference, 10 of the 32 teams, 32 NFL teams, 10 of them started a rookie quarterback last year.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. So that gives you a reference of how maybe ownership. How are you
Injuries.
guys dealing with this? Injuries play a factor, right?
Coaches who are taking a chance.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely taking a chance for sure. But if you do it right, if you draft right, you can create pretty good team. If you look at the draft picks for the Seahawks, and I know you guys hate the Seahawks. Believe me, we're Raider fans. We hate the Seahawks too. But if you look at the draft picks from 2010 to 2012, they picked up Russell Okung, Earl Thomas, Golden Tate, Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman, Byron Maxwell, Malcolm Smith, Bruce Irvin, Bobby Wagner, and Russell Wilson.
Wow.
That's
That's a
awesome.
good group.
That is an amazing group. Like
Yeah.
you're hitting
That's the
on
Legion of
your
Boom right there.
Yeah.
pretty much. That's the entire Legion of Boom
Yeah.
and your quarterback and the Super Bowl
Which
MVP.
they got lucky on Russell Wilson. Like
They
you know,
did.
he was not supposed to be what he
No,
was.
not even
I mean,
close.
No, yeah, when he was at NC State or in Wisconsin before that, like he was not supposed to be who he became.
Speaking of quarterbacks, where would you rate Dan Marino in your top quarterbacks? Top 5, top 10,
Top 10.
top 10? John?
Yeah.
Probably top 15.
Top 15? Okay.
Yeah. 15.
Bobo? 15?
Yeah.
What about Phillip Rivers? Where would you rate him? 25? 30?
You know, I've made this argument with a buddy who's a big Phillip Rivers fan, and he points out that Phillip Rivers was in the playoffs every year, and I mean, unfortunately, he had to deal with Manning and Brady year after year, and he's definitely a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean, and I initially I was like, no, he's not. Like, he's never won
But
anything.
but
But he
where
is.
would you rate him?
I'd say top 30,
Top 30?
probably. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, John?
Somewhere behind Marino, but maybe not too far. So maybe 16 through 20.
16 through 20? Okay. Bro?
Top 20.
Top 20?
Mm-hmm.
So here's just overall stats. Marino played 242 games. Phillip Rivers 244. So they're pretty even. He's only got Phillip Rivers has only got 2 more games. Okay. Completion percentage 59.4% versus 64.9% in favor of Phillip Rivers. Passing yards 61,000 versus 63,000 in favor of Phillip Rivers. Passing yard average 7.3 yards versus 7.8 in favor of Phillip Rivers. Passing yards per game 253 versus 260 in favor of Rivers. Passing touchdowns 420 passing touchdowns to 421 in favor of Rivers.
Oh, man.
Interceptions 252 to 209 with the least amount in favor of Phillip Rivers. Yep. You had rushing attempts 301 to 383 in favor of Rivers. Rushing yards, you had 87 yards versus 600 yards in favor of Rivers. And then we won't even go fantasy points. That's redundant. But I saw that graph and I'm like, there's no way. Like, what are we missing here?
All right, real quick. Let me refute
me,
this a little bit.
hold on. To me, he wasn't even top 5 in the era that he played. If we look at the quarterbacks that played in that era, right? Peyton, Tom, you had Eli, you
Drew
had
Brees.
Big Ben, you had Drew Brees, you had like
Aaron
we
Rodgers.
just Aaron Rodgers. You had just a phenomenal group of quarterbacks, and he wasn't even in the top 5. Maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe 10, but he wasn't even close. Go ahead.
right.
What's your argument? I want
All
to
right.
hear it.
Name a receiver that Dan Marino threw the ball to.
Mark Duper.
Altoon. Hey.
Mark Clayton.
Mark Clayton, is he a Hall of Famer?
No, but neither is Mark Duper.
Okay.
Oh,
name.
no, I don't think.
Can't
Mark
you
Duper
name
is.
arguably one of the best tight ends in the league that Phillip Rivers threw the ball to?
Antonio Gates.
Yes, sir. And then you had Vincent Jackson, right? I mean, you had some really good pieces around him.
Sure.
Dan Marino did not have those pieces, right? Like I'm just saying, like this isn't it's really easy to have a whole lot of yards when you got Antonio Gates there to be able to box out people and catch the ball. If you put it this way, flip the teams around, put Phillip Rivers on that Miami Dolphins team, and put Dan Marino on that
Oh, he's
Chargers team.
competing. He's competing. He's
We're winning
definitely
Super
competing.
Bowls. Yeah.
You
I
think
think
you're winning a Super Bowl with Marino on the Chargers?
I do. At least one.
Did Phillip Rivers ever make it to a Super Bowl?
No.
Oh,
And
no,
Dan
he had way
Marino-
too much competition.
And Dan Marino lost to the Niners, right? But he made it to
Dan
the
Marino
Super Bowl.
lost to the
Oh, you
Niners.
just had to bring that up, huh?
Yeah,
Lost to
that
the.
was really my point.
It
But
was in San Fran too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
yes, sir. And that game was super close. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
That was
I
probably a
remember
nail biter. But I guess my point is I think another element of what you're talking about is something that we kind of see in the NFL now. So Dan Marino, a quarterback from earlier football, right, where defenses were a lot tougher. Things were just, I think it was just a lot tougher to be a quarterback. Whereas as you see the progression for quarterbacks now, it's easier. I would say you barely get touched, and there's a flag, and so I think Phillip Rivers might be in between stages of that. But I would say that it was probably a little bit easier as Phillip Rivers in his era of being a quarterback, and as the quarterbacks kind of evolve even to now, it seems like the rules favor the quarterback as they go. So you'll see more yardage, and you'll see the stats in favorable of these quarterbacks as the needle moves, this way.
I hate that.
That's
All
Cam.
the
That's
rules
what I'll say anyways.
going to the quarterbacks, man. I would hate to be a defensive player nowadays. You can't do anything.
It's true.
Literally cannot do anything.
True.
So let me ask you: Is
Oh.
Big Ben a Hall of Famer?
How many bowls does Big Ben have? 2?
I think
2.
You can probably make the argument. Yes, I would have to look at his passing completions, and I would say yardage in general. He was a monster when he took off, though. He could run the ball by himself.
Yeah. Well, no one
he
wanted that guy coming at you.
No, the
He
dude
didn't
was
want to go full speed
massive.
ahead. No.
Yeah.
The alignment of the ball.
He could throw the ball almost 90 miles per hour, and he had some good receivers. The one thing I'd give him is, he did have some good receivers to throw to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Santonio Holmes.
Yep.
Ward.
Yeah. Hines Ward, Antonio
Hines
Brown.
Ward,
He had the bust for a year too, right? As his running back.
Yep.
And Le'Veon Bell. I mean, he had some good pieces for sure. But I don't know. I guess I just don't consider him. Like, I put Phillip Rivers' career ahead of Big Ben's personally.
But a lot of people, and I think the thing that no one's really aligned with is, do you start with Super Bowls first and work your way backwards?
Right.
Like, that's the thing, right? Because
that's why Dan Marino is always going to be knocked down a little bit.
Correct.
Yeah.
Phil Simms too, right? Like, I don't think Phil Simms is in the Hall of Fame, but was he not a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback? I mean, I remember watching him play, or at least plays that I've seen him play in, and I thought he was really good. I do really good.
What about Dak?
No, heck no.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If Dak becomes a free agent, I'm really hoping that if this doesn't pan out with Aiden O'Connell, that the Raiders go after Dak.
But I think that's a good move.
I think Dak could be a Hall of Famer. I do.
I think
And
he has the potential to be. I think he's getting ruined right now by Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Well, I think after watching Devontae Adams sit Jimmy Garoppolo down specifically, I think he would love to have Dak over on the Raiders side.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all. He wants a gunslinger, man. And Dak has proven that he can sling the ball. Now, would I necessarily want him to sling it 60 times in a playoff game? No, dude. Like, what happened? You were running the ball just fine. And then you just went one dimensional on your own choice. What are you doing?
Quarterback sneak on the last play of the game. Go ahead.
Draw. Yeah, draw. That was a smart play. No timeouts in the pocket.
Just dumb, dude. It's just dumb. Like, I get it. Not a lot of coaches, they panic under pressure, right? Like, that's just human nature. Some people just panic. I don't necessarily know what to do. Like, okay. Well, yeah, we'll go. That sounds good. We'll go with that. No, like that's why we had meetings beforehand. We had a whole week of meetings so that on this day, on game day, we knew what the game plan was. And if we were in this situation, are we going to go for 2? Are we going to go for 1? Like, it's all planned out. And then all of a sudden you get to that point and you forget. Yeah, you throw it out the window. I mean, bro seen it. He was up in the box. We were like, what are they doing right now? And I'd sit there and I'm like, okay, gotta sit my defensive coordinator down. Bro, just let's stick to the basics, man. You're chasing ghosts right now. You're lining up the stuff they're not even running. Like, stick to the basics, force them to adjust, and then we'll adjust. If they don't adjust, that's their problem. That's not our problem. Like, just keep running our basics and we'll be fine. Oh, yeah. You're right. What does he do? Call something different. 80-yard touchdown. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. We would have been just fine in cover 4. Just fine in cover 4. We were just fine in cover 4 all game. Anywho, that's neither here or there. That's just my little rant. I had a graphic for you guys. I wanted you guys to do it. We threw it in the text thread earlier this week, and you guys were already making your picks, and I was going to do it to you guys tonight, but that graphic is not here, so I can't tell you to spend your $15 on your quarter
already
and get your lineup. But we'll do that next time, so I can
cool.
so I can get what you guys' picks are. Bro, loved having you on the show. Glad you can make it. For those still watching, subscribe to us on YouTube at Jam Pack Podcast. Make sure you click that notification button. We're live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to have to change that. I feel really bad, you guys, for our East Coast viewers. They got to stay up really late to watch us. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Jampack Podcast, on Twitter at Jampack Pod, and check us out at jampack.com. Going live here soon. I got to get going on that. Thank you for joining us tonight on tonight's episode of Jampack. We hope you enjoyed our discussion on the latest in the world of sports. Remember to like and subscribe, review our podcast so that you can stay updated on all things sports. Join us next time for more analysis and insight. And until then, stay active, stay informed, and keep cheering for your favorite teams. I'm MK from all of us at Jam Packed. We'll see you guys next week. Later, fellas. Have a good
Bye,
one.
everybody.